One thing that often gets overlooked when discussing emotionally underdeveloped parents is that children don't grow up in isolation. Their behaviors are shaped by the environment that they're raised in. In highly controlling, critical, or image conscious households, children often have to manage their parents' emotions. They're expected to follow rules without question and protect the family's reputation. When they struggle with these conditions, they end up being labeled the problem child. In many families, appearances matter more than understanding. Parents are extremely focused on how things look to others, not on what's actually going on behind closed doors. A child who is angry, anxious, withdrawn, or rebellious may be an embarrassment because they're not projecting the image of the perfect family. Instead of asking why the child is struggling, the focus becomes stopping the behavior. Now, this is not saying that every behavior is acceptable or not harmful. There are plenty of unhealthy and unproductive reactions that children can have. Acting out, arguing, becoming emotionally volatile, sneaking around. These things can create real problems, but such behaviors don't arise in a vacuum. There is an underlying reason that those behaviors developed, and it usually stems from the household environment. Children react to feeling unheard, distrusted, controlled, criticized, or emotionally neglected. What looks like acting out to an outsider could actually be frustration, hurt, or a desperate attempt to regain control. For example, a teenager who is rarely trusted, constantly monitored, and criticized for every mistake may eventually stop cooperating. The parent may point to the rebellion as proof that the child is difficult, but they neglect to look at the years of over-controlling that led to the behavior. The reaction becomes the focus while the environment that helped create it is overlooked. Emotionally immature parents struggle with self-reflection. Because of this, anything that they perceive as inappropriate behavior in the child, they consider something to be wrong with the child. They don't take a look at their actions that could have led to the behavior. It is easier to identify a scapegoat than to admit uncomfortable truths about family relationships or yourself. This creates a confusing experience for the child. They're continuously told that they're lazy, difficult, dramatic, selfish, disrespectful, and overly sensitive, while all of their concerns about the family are dismissed. Eventually, they might start to doubt their own perceptions and actually wonder if they are the cause of the problems. In adulthood, many people from these backgrounds realize that their family story was incomplete. They can acknowledge their behaviors and responses that were problematic, while also recognizing that there were real experiences and circumstances that led to those responses. Taking responsibility for your behavior does not require you to accept blame for an entire family system. A healthier perspective is often to view behavior in context. This isn't to excuse harmful behavior in parents or children. It's to see cause and effect. When a child grows up feeling consistently judged, not trusted, unheard, and over-controlled, it is not surprising that behavioral and emotional struggles may follow. Understanding for context allows for accountability without placing blame on the person that had the least amount of control in the situation. Have a good day.